Hello guys, welcome to today's video. I'm so happy you're here. Today I mushed together some family time. We're planting trees.
Really?
No, jak myślisz?
Ako metalowo. Może dobre jajko, tutaj
Nam jedziemy, no? Znaczy nie.
Gdzieś rzeczy robione.
Powiedz prawdę. Powiedz prawdę. A co to jest? This is at the house we have after my late grandma. We have a big garden where I lived before, and we did plant carrots and stuff here as well over the years, but it's not so worth it. So we decided to plant a cherry tree and an apricot tree here. You don't see me here often. We wouldn't mind to live here, but it would take a lot of work and money to make it livable enough. Even though my uncle lives here, let's not get into that. We painted a few months before my grandma passed, so that means in early 2019. But the mold came back right away, and every time I come here, I let some air in. So that's what I'm doing now. Well, I'm closing the windows now, but I just thought I'd let you know, so you know why I opened them in the first place. And I was dyeing my sister's hair. I have two sisters. One of them is a hairdresser. Once she taught me how to properly dye hair, just so she doesn't have to do it all the time. No to Olivia. Tam nie ma O nie, to nie jedno. Czekaj, Rosin. Aha, już potem. Дякую. Так, сюди. Дякую, здачі. No, Cristo.
Я съм взирала как си решава.
Nie. Tak by mnie nie robiła.
Prosím? A to ti chutilo tak snad?
Czy ja są taka, że wszystko robić?
No, visita tam.
Ja si uvedomovala, že nekryté.
Vítě.
Ima nám to tam.
Ahoj!
Ahoj!
Ano, tam je balón. S tím se hráš? Přijdeš? To za Maruške zase, lebo som povedala, že ty už ani nevidíš, a ona, že vidím.
Počula, ona na mňa kričala v tom sladočnom. Maruška, Maruška. Mauťa, Mauťa.
Prosím, miláčik. Ano.
Ja ju milujem. No, hotovo.
Hotová. Ďakujem. Oh.
There is a new avocado in the family. And there are 2 more. I'm gonna plant this for my sister. Do you remember this spot? I got 2 of them with my cousin for €1. Today I went there for another one like this because I saw it the other day and my sister wanted it. They were 65 cents each. Don't be scared if this comes off. If you haven't seen how it works, you recognize that this is an avocado pit, and I suppose you get it now. Okay, this is lovely. Now that I have the bird here, I think I should save my aloe. To be honest, the less I take care of this, the better it does. There are some new babies. You know when I don't feel like doing this, actually. Mini of update. My avocado could do better, but I have to water it, so I think it's gonna be good. However, this little guy, I'm saving it for my cousin. And I don't mean saving like, I'm not gonna give it to anyone but to her. I mean like saving its life because it was really not doing good. It's growing, it's pretty. Also, I'm just looking at this. Look, I was drunk with Olivia. She wanted to print something. So I printed a few pictures, you know. And then, and this is the one we accidentally printed out 3 times. Look how cute it is. Today I got a package. I knew this is gonna come today. However, I started reading a book yesterday. So I had to finish that before I start with what I have here. This took like 2 weeks to get here because these books were out of stock. I have 4 of them here. My dad was reading it. My brother-in-law's mom sent it to him. and it seems like it's like for days, so it's almost like a devotional, like meditations to meditate on things from Virgin Mary's life. Then I saw this, and it just like a funny little thing for Olivia. Bible with stickers. She loves stickers, she loves these books, so I thought it's gonna be nice. And it's Christmas themed. Listen, do I need more notebooks, journals? No, but I got one. It just seemed nice. It's called A Diary of One Soul. And then the Zavshar, The Jewel of Nile. I was waiting for this book. I think I mentioned it maybe half a year ago on my channel. It's been so long since I read something from Tessa. And another book should come out this year. I don't know, with the translation is no idea. They are saying it's gonna come out soon. What is soon for them? I just want to show you. They have the cutest stickers, always. I just wish I could have them. Like this one. How cute it is. It says, happiness is a new pile of unread books. I love that. Also, I'm at 67 books so far, like what I read this year. My dad said that I could get 200 this year. And I have 2 months for that. Will I do that? Now I'm tempted, really, even more. I was tempted before, but since my dad said it, it seems like an opportunity that I should take. So I'm gonna finish that in an hour maybe, and then I can start with this. You have no idea what this means to me. I love Tessa Afshar so much. I'm reading The Jewel of Nile, and I already was like, Theo, that speaks to me. Like, I've read something about him, I'm pretty sure. The soaps and everything, it was just all making sense to me. And in the middle of this book, he mentioned his stepsister. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a book about her. So I had to go to my bookshelf. Thief of Corinth. It's her, it's him, it's them. So I just needed to go through that book a little bit just to, remember again. He was so sweet in that book. He was so sweet. And he's here. I'm so thankful to that boy who introduced me to biblical novels and Tessa Afshar. I have no idea, still to this day, what got him to give me that book. It was, we met in person. We spent the whole weekend together, but we didn't speak once, I'm pretty sure. But then we started talking online on Facebook. We met for like the first time, pretty much. The first time we actually talked. He got me a book that became my favorite book, and the author became my favorite. The second time we met, maybe a year later, he gifted me another book. Like, what? I'm so confused about this, but it's so nice and I'm so happy. Like, this is so good because it's a novel. It gives me some romance, but it's also all centered around God and Jesus. Their relationships are Christ-centered. These are the romance books for me. My problem is that I stay up until even 5 a.m. I have no problem with that, just to finish a book. And with these books, it happens all the time, and I can't do that. I'm a fast reader. I want to know everything. I need a time to appreciate the books. This is so good. If you have yet to read Tessa's book, do it. I'm just trying to remember if the second book from him wasn't from Francine Rivers, my second favorite author for this kind of books. I don't mean to talk more about The Jewel of Nile. I just have to. These books, they also focus on the relationship with God. I somehow realized, and still keep in mind, I'm telling you all this just in case you have a problem like me with not being able to recognize your pain. Pretty much the main thing in healing is recognizing and naming the problems or whatever needs to be acknowledged. But if you can't find words for it, it becomes harder. So whenever I find something that helps me to put what I'm feeling into words, I like to share it with you in case it helps you as well. Back to my journal. I pretty much rewrote something from here. I so regret not annotating my books before, because now how easy would it be to go to Thief of Corinth and find stuff on Theo, and what was that book about? I just somehow realized, as Theo said, his scar was something, but because of this scar, he was looking at himself not only as someone who was abandoned, but as in someone who needs to be abandoned, the one who deserves to be rejected. Ha! And to put it into my words, one of my wounds was being unwanted. Because I was unwanted, I felt like someone who needs to be unwanted. And I will put some other quotes I wrote down from this book on the screen. Now, just quickly, I finished a book about Padre Pio last week. I don't remember. I'm in awe. It's really good knowing about him. It's worth reading. That's all I gotta say. And now, I'm just gonna mention this quickly. I'm going through the Shatter Me series, and I still don't know how I feel about it. I see why people hate it. I see why people love it. I'm somewhere in between. Now, It Starts With Us. It was a book we didn't need, but it was a sequel that was needed. So many things were just unsaid, unresolved in It Ends With Us. I'm still struggling with how to talk about books on my channel, because I know majority of my subscribers, they either don't read at all or they don't read these books. So I'm like, is it annoying that I'm talking about these books and they have no idea what I'm talking about because I'm trying not to give spoilers? Or like, what am I supposed to do? So, if you don't know, there's the book by Colin Hoover, It Ends With Us. We've seen the young love between Lily and Atlas, and then he left because he was a homeless boy. Later, she came to Boston because everything's better there, according to Atlas. She was hoping to find him, but she found Ryle, who was a red flag, like just a giant red flag. Now I look like a red flag, but you know what I mean. And they got married. He was abusive even before they got married, but that's an abusive relationship for you. And she was pregnant. And the thing is, like, it ends with us. She meant the abuse ends with her and her daughter. She witnessed her father abusing her mother, but her mother was never strong enough to leave. And so she was like, no, I'm getting divorced. I'm leaving him. It ends with us. However, we all needed something like a love story for Lily and Atlas. She used another plot twist. It's fine. It's interesting. I was not expecting it. Like, it makes sense Lily was afraid to tell him about Atlas. Do you expect me to believe that Ryle was so okay with all this when a stupid magnet set him off like that? No. There's no way. And I feel like we loved Atlas so much in It Ends With Us because we were comparing him to Ryle. As Lily did, Ryle did this, but Atlas would never. But we didn't really know much about him. And so it's nice because now we know more about his past, why he left, and we know who he is. You know, he's still a man written by a woman, and that makes him one of the best book boyfriends. So it's a nice end. It doesn't really make sense, but that's okay. And also, Alyssa and Marshall, I love them. Just friendship goals. Somehow I'm like, if she was not so close to her, if she could just cut her off, it would be easier to cut off Ryle. Like, I wouldn't want him to be around my child. But that's just me. Okay, I think we've spoken enough. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love you guys. Bye.